So, thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
And then just give me a second. Rahul, can you see the screen? Word file?
Not yet, ma'am. Now I can.
Rahul,
Yes, ma'am.
you can see the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's some changes that's I want to ask. Okay. We still. I mark the attendance with everybody. Is it some I got your book. What it is. This is something which has some kind of new content. Not every. You may find some kind of repetition. Because this book is made from all the sources. So they don't have any. That's what I was wondering when Nandita was telling me yesterday about the worksheet that ma'am used to give. Because the books which I checked, then more or less content is there. So I was just wondering that how we need to run that thing. But I'll definitely speak to ma'am once. Maybe, I missed out on something. And then I might talk to her. Rahul, anything which I can sort for you from the last class? Anything?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We did analogies yesterday.
Yeah. Any doubts you have? Can I do something?
No, ma'am. It's something I'll have to do myself. And the odd one out was something which was a bit perplexing.
Yeah.
But
So
you need to just
yeah,
increase the vocabulary for that, I guess.
the sentence words which in universal book only itself they have given the start itself, praise all these things. We need to read, I mean, at least if we target 15 words also in a day, something, because the very first job what we used to do for exams is like we used to identify, because for every child it's different. We used to identify ourselves that which one is a tougher thing for me. So if you can mark that, star mark that thing, that these are my phrases which I really need to do, or these are my word meanings, and then you can divide. Like for example, your exam is on 6th, right? 6th is your exam?
16th June, 1/6.
1/6.
That is IPM at Indore.
Correct. So for that, so you have a couple of days in hand. So if you can divide that thing that 15 per day, then you will be able to cover. So that thing has to be done on an individual basis. If you want, we can do something that within the class, if we have time. I don't want to take up extra class for that. It's just that within the class, fitting things, not taking a break and trying to do all those things 15 minutes, and we can figure out for each student and in the class only, because at home it becomes little who will do and all thing. So we can do that way also. Agrima?
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Yeah. Agrima and Rahul, can you please switch on your camera? Good morning, Agrima.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second.
Okay. Maybe this one. Okay. Agrima, Rahul, Sneha, please switch on your cameras, please. So, Agrima and Sneha, I was just telling Rahul and Satvika about the phrases and the word meanings and all. So you have a couple of days in hand, let's say 20 days. I'm just taking approximately 20 days, even though we have more. So if we divide 15 words for each day, so you'll be actually able to do at least 300. And 300 is a good amount, to work on before the exam. So that ways we can do that. We'll try and put that during break time and all, we'll finish those things. So not take up a break and we can wind up those things in the class itself. Because Sneha, for each student, it will be different. Because what are you comfortable at may not be the same thing with Rahul. Right? So we need to work accordingly. Right? So those things we'll figure it out. And today what we're doing is, if you look at your textbook, we have session 9. That is your sentence correction. Right? So that is what your target would be today. That is session 9 and 10. Of course, we have 2 classes in hand with that. So whatever time I will explain. Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. So we have sentence correction. So whatever time we are left with during that, 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe in hand, we'll have it. So we'll finish off the other things, your phrases and all those things. Okay, so we'll take up from those chapters. Okay, so for your sentence correction, Rahul, anything which you can tell me, what do you understand by sentence correction, your idea?
I think it is self-explanatory, but like use of proper grammar basically. So grammar rules.
Grammar rules, yes. So that is what you need to do. That you really need to see that if tenses would be your first thing. Okay, so you need to check if your sentence is in a present form or is it in a future form or in the past form. So you need to check those grammatical things, and accordingly you will be able to find out that which exactly which word requires change. So you can see over here there are 5 types of questions, 6 types of questions which I usually ask under this section. So you can see subject verb agreement, modifiers, anything if you know about Aditya, subject verb agreement. Let's just discuss, let's just see what all we know.
I'm singular and the connection between singular verbs, or singular and or plural verbs and the nouns.
Okay, so that's what your understanding the subject verb agreement is. Anyone else? Agrima, Rahul, do you want to add something? Sneha? Does that suffice? What Aditya said it? Anything you want to add? It's fine. Okay, how about modifiers? Satvika?
Modifiers are phrases which add information about the adverbs or the adjectives.
Okay.
There are some issues or there are some errors which might occur in modifiers and handling modifiers, which need to be corrected.
Which needs to be corrected, yes.
If the modifier does not directly precede or succeed the adverb or adjective in question, then it changes the meaning of the sentence, which is wrong.
Yes. So what Satvika said, it, I guess you all understood that is she was talking in terms of the adjectives and all that, how exactly it carries and how exactly it changes the meaning. So that is what a modifier would all would revolve around. So we're just discussing and go in detail. Agrima, any idea about the third point?
Not much honestly, but from the name I can figure out that drawing parallels between any two ideas or phrases.
Drawing parallels, okay, yeah, makes sense. And what else?
Like finding out the similarities between just words and phrases. I think that should be.
Sneha, anything you want to add? Anything you want to add, Sneha, Aditya? Parallel thing, anything, Satvika?
When one sees a mistake, one must correct it.
Mhm.
So that there should be a connection between the first and second part, and there should not occur any changes
Yes.
in the
Interdependence has to be there. Perfect. Interdependence, and it was same thing. Whatever you pointed out, same thing Satvika said in other words. Okay, how about this one, Rahul? Pronoun reference error.
Ma'am, it should mean like use of proper pronouns basically.
And yeah, use of pronouns, yeah, it will actually revolve around that. Yes. Anything you know about diction? What is diction? Adesh. Just your idea, what's diction?
Ma'am, pronouncing the words.
Yes. So that's dictions. That is one other type of questions you would be finding. Okay, and how about the sixth point? Who's telling you the sixth point? Satvika, Rahul, Aditya? Agrima?
Is very wordy as extra words which are not really required. So it really more concise.
Yes, we have to make it more concise. That is redundant. That's what the meaning is all about. So this is what you guys were telling. Okay, so we are just writing it in short. You don't need that much. Okay, so in your notebooks for your exam thing. Okay, that's your final 5 minutes reading thing. So you just write down verb should agree with the subject. That's all. Or in short form, we used to write verb equals to subject. In math form, you write verb equals to subject. So that's what in English it's known as should agree. So you see how you are comfortable. So first point, subject verb agreement. Verb equals to subject. And this is the same thing you people were telling. If it is singular, it has to be singular. Plural, plural. Okay, so if you want to write below verb, you can write S equals to S, that's singular. I'm sure you can understand all these. P equals to P. This is only for your exam time. 2 minutes, you just have to brush up things. That's why it's helpful. Okay, that's all. And so you can see the example on the board. That is, on the screen. He plays, they play. I think we know about this. Adesh, do we know about that? He plays and they play. You know what the S thing? Okay. And this you don't need. Father subject rule, second nearest subject rule. Teachers, in this correct form are teachers are playing. This you don't need. Okay, let's go with the modifiers. Modifiers. Let's go to the second one, modifiers. Modifiers, as your word suggests, it's used to modify. That's your modifiers. And you need to see this. That is, which are the words? Adjectives. Adjectives are used to modify what? Noun or pronouns, anything. So you can write down in your notebook. That's your second point, modifiers. So you can write adjectives. Sneha, do write it down for exams. Adjectives, modifier, noun or pronoun. Adjectives modify either noun or pronoun. And then you have adverbs. Again, adverbs are used to modify adjectives, verbs, and of course, verbs below that. Example, you can read the example. Chicken smart, travel agency could not help admiring the model's clothes. So you can see chicken smart seem to refer to the travel agency, though they were meant to refer to model's clothes. Okay. So you can say chicken smart, the travel. So if somebody reads the chicken smart, the travel agency, so somebody would feel the travel agency. However, it's about your, so you can see the correct word. The travel agency could not help admiring the model's chicken smart clothes. So that's what a modifier is. Okay. Then you need to rewrite your sentence as and when required.
I mean, this sentence, how can the clothes be smart? Shouldn't it be the travel agency could not help admiring the chic and smart model's clothes?
Yeah, because you are not taking the literal sense. You may say that the model, if I'm right, what you meant is, you are referring to the model, that is the chickens. But you don't have to take literal things. It's just that you have to reverse.
No, I am saying, how can clothes be described as smart here? That is not the correct adjective for a cloth, right? I think there is something wrong in this answer.
My dear, yes, if you go with English terms, yes, it is right, because it should have been that model should be admired in terms of the way she's dressed up and all these things. If I go with a literal sense. However, that won't matter in your exams. In your exams, if in case, see the difference between the two words. So over here, you just need to find out your error. Okay, you cannot challenge, because everything will not be literal in your exams. You understand? So you won't be able to challenge over those things. However, you could only correct it that, we should not be the travel agency, rather it should be the model. That's one. So every sentence you would not find, but there is no problem with your grammar over here. There's a problem with the logic over here, not grammar. You getting it, Aditya?
Yes.
You can see the third, we discussed about adjectives, we discussed about adverbs and the modifiers, and the third one is your participles. So you can write down participles also. Modify what? Nouns. Over here also, the same thing. See, if I read it like this, walking down the road, my hat flew off. Okay, so over here also they say the same thing, that there is no clarity that who was walking. So you can't say man or woman. You can't say that. He or she, you can't say that, because you can't identify the gender over there. Right? You can just say while. So these are the words which you need to use. Okay, while walking down the road, my hat flew off. So this is what you need to notice over here, that how things have come. Participles. Clear? Let's see the third one. Same thing what Agrima pointed out that time. Parallelism, that is your same grammatical form. Same thing Satvik also said it that time. Okay, so you can just write down parallelism in your notebook. Same grammatical form. Adish, I'll check everything, huh? Otherwise, you stay back and finish everything. Or writing whatever is there on the board. Writing that. Same grammatical form. So over here also you can see he desired to make a lot of money and that he might earn a good reputation. So over here, grammatical form is different. He desired to make a lot of money and to earn a good reputation. He desired to make a lot of money and to earn, because it's not required, he might. Okay, so that's the difference you can see. And what was the fourth one? Pronounce reference error. Again, you can see the fourth one, pronoun reference error. Fourth. So your pronoun reference error. So you can see that how a pronoun is a word that is being used to in place of noun. So that's what they're talking about. And see the example. Oh, you want to write it in short? You can just write it. Used to stand for a noun. That's all. Pronoun reference error is used to stand for a noun. So you can see the example also. He is neither referring to the minister nor the manager. So you can see that how they've removed it. The minister met the manager who recognized him. That's one. Or you can write down with and also. The minister met the manager and recognized him. Both are correct. Are we clear till here? Aditya, Sneha, Rahul, Agrima, Satika, Desh. Easy. Sneha, any doubt? So you just saw it that how we have replaced it. So he wasn't required, okay, in a sentence. Fifth one is your diction. It's actually what she said, Sneha pointed out the diction is about her pronunciation, which is right meaning, Sneha, what you said. However, since it's a written test, so that is the only reason, okay, Sneha. So don't take my words literally over here, okay, that I meant. So what you meant was correct. Diction is about that. However, over here, we're bringing a change that over here they meant that whatever is being written. Why? Because diction in writing sense would be like, for example, if I've written what I'm in this there and there. Okay, so THEIR or THERE. So which there has to be used. So that way the diction is being utilized. So you have to identify which type of word should have come, the spelling. Okay, so that's why Sneha we are bringing a change. Otherwise, we'll go with your statement. Okay, so you can see over here later which it's. Or am I supposed to use apostrophe or not? So that way is diction. So you can just write down in your notebook, diction is using the correct words. Okay, that is in terms of spelling. Using correct words. Sixth one. We were talking about redundancy, that is redundant, avoiding. Okay, so unnecessarily repetition of a fact or an idea, that's known as so we usually combine whenever we don't need it. So we use connectors. Okay, unnecessarily 3 sentences are not required. You can join it with a connector. So that's what it is all about. Okay, so you can write down your sixth thing. Avoiding needless repetition. Avoiding needless repetition. So you can see over here, we shall combine the three departments. Unnecessarily with their writing, we shall combine the three departments into one. I mean, obviously, when you combine, it becomes one only. So they're ignoring the last part, we shall combine the three departments. This one. Okay. So that's what redundancy, that you have to remove extra things, unnecessary things. That's what you are. Okay. Boys and girls, now, first let me hear. Any doubt till here? 6 ways, you know that? Everybody sorted? Agree, Mark?
Yes,
Agree?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Everything is sorted? You're clear with all 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what our job is, we'll be reading this question. Okay. So you'll be writing the answer in your notebook, and then we are discussing. So I'll ask one of you to tell the answer. Okay. 30 seconds to write. So here you have to select the correct option to replace the underlined part of the sentence given in the question. So you can see the president of Costa Rica along with 2 vice presidents are elected for a 4-year term by the people. So see what type of question is it and what change can you do that? Is it a subject verb agreement, modifier, diction, pronouns reference error, parallelism, or redundancy? You can take 1 minute because that's the first question for you.
Ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, so what's the question we're supposed to solve? I didn't.
Do you want me to zoom?
No, like which question? I didn't.
Can you see this sentence correction questions? Can you see number 1 over here?
Yeah,
President screen?
yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, thank you,
So
sorry.
you basically have to replace the underlying part.
Right, I thought something from a textbook exercise.
No,
I
my
got it.
first this and then we'll do the text.
Right.
Done? When you guys are ready, tell me. Waiting for you. Aditya done? Lagrima?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rahul, Sneha, Pahi. Pahi, are you clear with all the 6 parts? Because you joined a little late.
Yes, ma'am. I get it through the questions.
Okay, perfect. I'll get into the questions. Oh, so you didn't write it in your notebooks. What all you have written till now?
Ma'am, just the first 2 points. Subject verb agreement, verb is equal to subject, and verb should agree with the subject.
Okay, not the modifier and all that.
No, ma'am, it was lagging. So
Okay, so what I'll do is after we just finish this word file, so I'll share your board over here. So you can just write it down from there. Okay.
okay.
Okay, let's see the correct answer. Read out, please. Are elected for a 4-year term by the people. Are elected by the people for a 4-year term. Is elected for a 4-year term by the people. Huh? Is. Are elected for 4-year terms by the people. Is elected for 4-year terms by the people. Let me just make this thing zoom so that you guys have an idea. Can you all see that? Pahi, Agrima. I should have just showed you the option before. I'm so sorry. Didn't realize. Agrima, Aditya, Pahi. Pahi, what's the correct option as per you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ma'am, I guess it's option 3 is elected.
Option 3. Aditya, as per you?
Option 3.
3. Agrima?
Yes, ma'am. 3.
Rahul?
3 now. 3.
Okay. Sneha?
Ma'am, 3.
Both. Good. Let's see the second one. Previously thought to have been extinct, a team of biologists rediscovered the new. Okay, so they are talking about the new place, so you have to be careful. In 1994. So which one do you think would be right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on.
Five.
As per Aditya. Satvika 5. Next, anyone? Right. Adesh 5.
5.
Agrima 5.
Yes, ma'am, 5.
Neha 5.
Yes.
5.
Rahul 5. Pahi.
Yes, ma'am. 5.
Okay. So you can see the key learning just to give you an idea. So it's just saying in terms of the article, that is, and through article we identified it. Is everyone clear? Got a fair idea how it will work?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just share the board. It's not whiteboard, right? Yeah.
Advanced.
I need to zoom. Huh? Yeah, it's too good. How do we read it? No? Are you able to read it, boys and girls, properly? I think it's moving a bit, no?
That's because they had it.
Otherwise, also, I mean, the other part they cannot.
You can tell that because of the camera, they can different.
Pahi, can you see that? Sneha, Pahi.
Yes.
Okay. Now come to the textbook, boys and girls. Okay, be honest and tell me, have you done page number 113 and 114? Aditya? Don't tell me you did it earlier. Tell me you did yesterday or not. 113, 114.
Just one moment, I'm searching the.
Okay, ma'am. You did yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
At home you did this?
Yeah.
And
The,
Aram, sorry,
what
pardon?
we next, right?
Yeah, odd.
Odd money.
You did that.
Yes, ma'am, I did it yesterday. I did it in the class actually.
Acha, theek. So you see the sentence correction, that is page number 116. We'll just check if you're left with something. So your grammar rules revision is same. Subject verb agreement, which we just discussed. We discussed modifier, participles, parallelism, pronouns reference error, diction, redundancy. All these things we did. And standard strategy they're talking about. I think this you can identify the concept. Obviously, I mean, this is pretty, I mean, context which we discussed in the previous classes also, that you have to identify the context. That's your first strategy for every question, wherever you go, whichever part of grammar. Okay. And look out for the difference. That's your second strategy. There might be a very small, difference. So you have to look out for the difference. That's your second. Non-underlined part has to be paid attention in your exams. Do not just look at the underlined part. Non-underlined part will give you the idea of your tense, will give you the idea of your grammar. Okay, then what is it referring to? So non-underlined part has to be looked after. Okay, boys and girls, just mark these two strategies which are most important. That is, you can see page 118. Pay attention to the non-underlined part. That's number one. And choose the shorter answer. The other strategies you would be aware. I'm sure you all are aware of. Shorter answer. Why? Because it doesn't mean that always shorter answer would be correct. But usually the longer it's been said from the papers, usually being given to confuse the candidate. Okay, so that's where the strategy is based on. No hard and fast rule, but more or less. Are we clear with the two strategies which you have to keep in mind? In case if you feel that you would not be using a textbook during exam and you'll be only using a notebook, you may write these two things in your notebook. You take a call as per your comfort level. Okay, and then we have types of sentence correction questions, page 119. So you have one would be the marking the correct sentences in a paragraph. The what we did just now, that is which is correct. Okay. And then marking the incorrect sentence, you have to find out the incorrect sentence. Third would be correction of underlined clauses. That is grammatically you need to sort things. Or rewriting of the entire sentence. So all these things would be there. I would rather say that let's not see the answer and let's do this. Let's not skip through this part. Okay, because you won't have time later on. Go to page number 119 and everyone has to switch on their cameras. Can't be more, no? I can't see others. Like, I won't be able to see others. Yeah. Okay. Come to page of 119. See the example. Can you all see that? You have to pick out the most appropriate option out of the options that follow question. The host was gracious enough as he had warmly received, and he. The overwhelmed with joy whenever anything big or small demanded by our children. Okay, tell me why A and B are wrong. Let's go with the grammar part. Why do you think A and B are wrong? Anyone?
As we
Okay, that's one down. Okay. Neha, why do you think the second B part is wrong? Where is the Sneha? Why do you think B part is wrong?
Ma'am, because ma'am, wait.
Okay. Rahul, next will be you for type 2. So you can prepare why you have to tell the answer for why A, B, and D are wrong. Okay.
The
Parvi,
first host was gracious enough, right?
who's talking? Rahul. Yes, Rahul.
Yeah. Why A and B are wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Sneha, we're waiting for you. Sneha,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, we're waiting for you. Why do you think they're incorrect? What is the problem with part B?
Ma'am, are these sentence like different? Like, are they connected or like there are
Connected.
two? They are
Why do you-
connected.
Yes, yeah, it's connected. Because it's written over there, no? These sentences form a paragraph. Even though it's written as A, B, C, D, and it's written as A, B, C, D only for the reason for you to identify which is the correct, which is wrong. But technically, you have to read it as a paragraph. That's how you'll be able to identify the error. So what do you think what is missing in part B? Do you think so? It's about the grammar because every first part is in past form, so the second part also needs to be the past. Yes? Okay, so that's the grammar rule. Okay, because we missed out on grammar over here, that is we are missing out on the words and it's the past. So in type 2, Rahul, why do you think A, B, and D are wrong?
A is wrong because we had warmly been received and he was.
No, my dear, we are talking about type 2 question for you.
Oh,
Just-
type. I thought we were talking about type 1 only.
So type 1 Sneha's answer.
Oh, can I get like, just a minute? I didn't actually read.
Yeah.
search and articles. There's no prior context. It would be incorrect, right?
So only the case that when it is really specific in the start of it.
Can we say you can describe something in minute? You can give a wide summary of something. That's one.
Summary cannot be right. It has to be. That's what the summary is all about.
There's no
Rahul, shall we start? Ready?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
It would have been a better one, right?
Yes.
Oh, you want me to tell me why A, B, and D are wrong?
Correct. That's what we want to tell.
Oh, ma'am, it would have been better for the improvement of the, we should add in the
Okay.
socio-economic condition of our country. If
you should ask the case.
and
This B part is wrong here. It's another type.
Let me read. That would have been better for the conversation, but we had topic.
That's
Rahul,
yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I didn't read the question. Okay, and it's basically if you read this, it would have been a better for the improvement of the social condition of a country if we had opted. Why? Because we are only talking about the past. You know, if we had opted for some other form of government and the economic system than the one that exists now. So it's just the word had to come in, had opted. Okay, so I did this mistake. You guys don't do this mistake in an exam. Okay, because it's just that you need to read what type of question are they demanding. So Sneha, the question which you had done, it's about the appropriate option. That is, you found out the appropriate option and you told us that why the other two were wrong. And over here, more or less everything was right. You just have to put a connector or a verb or an article, whatever is required. Okay, so that was my mistake. We get certain appointment. Okay, type 3, if you look at, they are talking in terms of the direction. You can see example. The
Ma'am, I had
first,
a doubt.
I'm sorry.
I had a doubt in section type 2.
Type
You said
2,
the C part is correct, right? In the sentence.
no, Rahul, that's what I was pointing out that I was wrong. Okay, so it's just that is P part required had over there. Okay, I asked you the wrong question.
Oh, we need to find the incorrect. Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
it was my fault. I'm so sorry. And over here, it is type 3. You can see a page from 1 to 0. So you can see the direction over here. The first of these repeats the original second part. The other 3 are different. If you think the original is the best, choose option A. Else pick the most appropriate option for writing standard English. Okay, it's basically about the standard English, which you need to see. So you can see over here, the judges finally distributed the awards among the most active children, talking at length among themselves. So do we really need talking at length among themselves? Do we need this in the sentence? Agrima, what is your opinion?
Ma'am, could you repeat need what?
Do we need the last part of the sentence talking at length among themselves? Can you see on page 120, please? The type 3 example.
Right, just a second. Yeah, we don't. It's an extra. It's like redundancy.
Okay. So here we're just changing, right? So the question is, so they're talking in terms of the act because we're putting that in first and rather than putting that in second part. Yeah. So you can see type 4 rewriting of the sentence. You can see this direction over here on page 121. I have been ill for fortnight and the management as well as school sports committee preferred to elect me the captain of this meeting. Initially, I thought it was only fun, but I was wrong. Which one do you think would be right?
You're asking anybody or like somebody in particular?
How would you answer? It was anybody.
C is the answer because I've been ill for a fortnight.
Okay, and that's all.
Oh, I just read that much and guess the answer.
Okay, but I was wrong. Okay. And over here you can see next one. Spot the error. This one we have already done. Previously, and the president of Costa Rica, page 122. Page 122 we have already done. You can just see the third and the fourth part. For the fourth part. There is in terms of semicolons. So the C would be correct in both version. But damage to the natural. See, fourth one, Agrima, which one do you think is would go for?
Which one? I'm sorry, I actually got disconnected, so I don't know what are we doing right now. Which question? I'm really sorry.
Fourth.
Fourth question.
Once you are done with this, you can start doing the exercise. Page number 123, you take only 5 minutes, okay, maximum. So your time starts now, it's 10:55. Pahi, Sneha, Rahul. Aditya.
Yeah, ma'am, the question 4 on page 122 should be seen.
Good answer. Agrima, now we're doing page 123.
Yeah, I heard.
So don't take more than 5 minutes. One finish. Shall we discuss type 1? Pahi, Sneha, Agrima, Rahul, Aditya, you done? Okay, let's see the first question. If following you to identify the correct sentences. Main thing that you want to know was basically this time, right? It cannot be B. Why? Neha, why it can't be B? What's the error?
Ma'am, type 1 question mark B option.
No, my dear, I'm not asking the right option. I'm saying why B is incorrect. In question number 1.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, because ma'am, the first word, it's the apostrophe is after S.
Okay. Agrima, what do you think is the fault over here?
The answer or the issue why option A is wrong.
Okay. Boys and girls, we are not seeing that. Okay? Because we know it that at the end of the day, we can always figure out the right answer. Okay. Just trying to figure out the errors in each sentence because it gives us more practice. Otherwise, it will be limited. We'll have limited practice things.
So well, the A option is wrong because it has the word was. When it says when you look up a word, the main thing is like it's the sentence is in the kind of present tense, but the use of was is makes it a wrong statement.
When you look for a word, the main thing that you want to know is was and space. Now, was and space in meaning. Okay. Why do you think B is wrong?
It's supposed to be said it's time to wind up the discussion now and not winding.
Perfect. So your basic error in B part is because we're supposed to use wind up. You cannot use winding up. There's no process going on. Okay. And the C part, Pali, what is the fault over here?
Ma'am, great many.
I'm sorry.
Ma'am, a great many various. So the great many should not count.
Exactly. Good, Pali. Rahul, what is the fault in the fourth sentence?
That wasn't a very fair thing to say.
Is there any wrong thing over here?
No, ma'am, it's correct.
It's correct. That wasn't a wrong thing to say. So, very wrong thing. Very fair. That wasn't a very fair thing to say. It's correct.
It's not very concise, but that's it.
Do we really think so? We need this to say? Do we need this word to say? Aditya, what's your opinion? Or do we use, or even if I say, do we need very?
But people really don't need very, but
Ma'am, to say is important because that wasn't a very fair thing to say because you're saying something now. It could be an action, but it's not.
I agree. So do we need very?
Because it is an explanation mark. We need very.
Okay. So what do you think are correct? You have to identify the correct sentence or sentences. Which one is the correct sentence over here? All sentences.
D is the correct sentence.
D is the correct sentence. Do we all agree with this? Agrima Sneha Aditya. So please mark it D. Okay, question number 2. She has a fair chance of winning the first prize. Sorry, finding the first prize. Or is it the spelling error? Okay, fair weather is forecasted. Any problem in question part A, Satvika?
it's a spelling error.
There is a possibility of spelling error also. Exam.
No, but if the instructions say that
Ma'am.
spelling and capitalization is
Ma'am, in the
Yeah. Tell me, Aditya.
in the first question, why is sentence C incorrect?
Why do you need great many various words?
I mean, it's a phrase, right? A great many students, a great many footballers.
We don't use this phrase in great many
Yes,
various
ma'am, it is a phrase. I have read it.
various words. We don't. Okay, check once. If you think yes, So you check once, you also check. Right now, Satvika is checking.
I mean, it generally refers to a large number of something.
Many sentences.
That is when we say that various in my opinion.
Yeah. But he's saying it's a phrase.
Yeah.
It's not there.
But great many is a
Great many is there, Aditya. Check, you also check.
I know this phrase because I've read it several times. A great many students, a great many politicians.
is where it is that way.
Yeah. Aditya, Aditya, Satvika has a point to share.
Great many is a phrase and that is right to say, but great many various would become redundant. Various we have to cut down to make it more concise. So the right way to say it would be a great many or great many words in English.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it?
So various is incorrect.
Yes, that's what she's telling.
Okay.
And you see question number 2. Which one do you think is the correct word, correct one, correct sentence? I mean, fair weather is forecasted for tomorrow. There is a fair on at the park this week. Very weak. Don't forget to wind down your match. Watch.
It is
Watch.
say find out.
It cannot be B. Do you all agree with me? Fair weather. What's fair weather?
There is a sunny day.
There's no such term which you use it for weather.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Weather cannot be used with this. Okay. You may say weather is forecasted for tomorrow or something. And over here in part C also you can see the wrong. You remember when I told you that they may use the wrong diction and thing I was saying. Okay,
I mean, even D part is wrong.
Yes. Wind down your watch.
And even you don't have a full stop too.
I agree with you. Yes, even you are missing off your full stop. So I guess the A1, do you all agree with this?
Yes, ma'am. Though the spelling of winning is wrong.
Yeah, but in rules, it may be a typing error. Okay, so it may be just typing error. For question number 3, every language has a lot of different words with similar but slightly different meanings. Do you think so it's right?
It's wrong. Different meanings.
Read my dear. It's free.
Different is a word.
Yeah, every language has a lot of different words, similar but slightly different meanings. In a sense, you may not use, you don't need that much, you can make it redundant. That means that not saying this word, but it's wrong. Question part B, words are used with each other very fixed ways in every language. Do you all agree with this? Can you find out the incorrect part over here? You don't need with each other.
Yeah.
Then
But I feel like in the pursuit of finding redundancy and making it concise, isn't most of the beauty of English lost? Yes, it's cut down on words, then, right? Because this sentence looks better with fairly. But if we cut down query, it's just the skeleton of the sentence.
That's how old English is typically.
It's not pretty.
Yeah, because if you read Wordsworth or if you read all these poems and all this, it's very small, very concise, and you have to find the hidden meaning. That's
Sad that you have to cut down some words.
the part C, words do not only have meanings, they also have associations. Anything wrong? Agrima?
No, ma'am, nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong, but can we make it redundant? Can something be reduced over here?
Words not only have meanings, they
Yes.
also have associations.
Yes. Who's that? Rahul?
Rahul,
Yes.
yes.
Words not only have meanings, they also have associations. Okay, that's what we need to identify. Part D, at an advanced level of any language, it's important to develop an impression of what connotation certain words have. I think this is right.
Oh, no,
Yes.
full stop.
Yeah, full stop. But otherwise, yeah, it's makes sense.
It should say only D is not an option. So,
Right. If they're doing it, they are not making the words.
it's not like,
Yeah. They're not, so the problem over here came in that we were trying to make it concise. However, the book doesn't demand you to make it concise.
how would we know?
How would we know? It's simple. That is, if you read the question. So they, for each of the following questions, find the sentences that are correct. Bad part that we didn't read the question. Okay, so that is the common mistake. Pani, did you get it? So we didn't read the question properly, and the question only demanded this thing. We were not supposed to do it. Why? Because there's a reason. I am not saying that in exams you're not supposed to do it, because in your textbook everything is divided as type 1,
You
type 2.
just have to pick up something which is wrong.
Yes, because in your textbook things are written in such a way that type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 are different. Have what? Get that? Okay. Otherwise, the questions make sense. What you did. Question number 4. Make a special, not of any special characteristics that a word has had. Any doubt with this?
Completely wrong. It's not even making sense.
Make a special, not of any special. I think it's the spelling error. Make a special note of any special characteristics that a word has had. It's correct. Guys, it's correct because it's just a typing error, okay? Agrima, first part. Second, the judge, Mr. Don, increased the sentence of life imprisonment, which is also correct.
Very nasty shit.
Agrima, Aditya, Kanti, Sneha, was Rahul. Yeah,
The second sentence, judge one, right? That's correct.
it's correct. Yeah. Third, we had a lightish dinner. I think it's correct.
But you could use redundancy, right?
No, Rahul, that's what our mistake was. That in your textbook, things are divided as per the types. Okay, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So we are not supposed to do the redundancy thing. Okay, that's what we were going wrong. So over here we're just supposed to sort the correct sentences or the incorrect ones. That's all. So that's why this is limited to it. So Ramesh is very good at putting on different I think that's correct. Do we all agree with this?
The accent.
Question number 5. I recorded music. I prefer the real thing.
All of the above. We had a lightish dinner. What is that supposed to
Like light dinner. Like not full fledged.
Yeah, even I had a doubt in that. Even I thought that it's not very formal to say lightish dinner.
be? It's the whole English appropriate to say it.
Yeah,
But we use it as a factor.
Then we can use anything as a slang. But yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. This is right, I guess. I don't like recorded music. I prefer the real thing. I mean, we do use this, right? The second one, these items are the genuine articles. So the statement, yes.
Yeah, but you asked about the idioms. Did I say about the? I think it didn't definitely ask for this.
So this is items. You asked me articles, items. I thought you asked me idioms. Idioms are.
Is it right to say those?
Yeah, these items are the genuine articles. These items, because you're referring to these items. That's why idioms. I thought idioms were saying. You can give a wide summary of something. You cannot give a wide summary. Okay, so that's why it's wrong. Summary has to be the brief part. You can describe something in minute detail. You can describe something. Minute detail will not be right.
Why won't it be?
No. You may describe something briefly. You can use it.
But minute detail people you can call it.
Not like this. He described everything in minute details like this. He, she described something will get it done already. That is. Are we all clear with this? James. Partly. Partly. A and B. A and B are correct. Pahi Agrima, are you okay with this? Okay, let's do the type 2. Type 2, we are only supposed to identify the incorrect sentences. Type 1, we identify the correct. Type 2, incorrect. Let's start.
It's not.
Yes.
Page number 125.
Yeah.
I think was.
One question part of the whole word. Yes, you're right. Part of the sentence. Madam,
Should we take? You know. I think would be changed here. We have different from, we have different.
Yes. Yes, it is right.
We can use different than.
Was different than that.
So that is there. HN or HN.
There you would have that verb is connected. Here you're definitely going to still be useless. None fine?
This one, just the last one.
Another test now. Test and make it free. Test to free. And the financial will be gone the class.
Ma'am, we just have to do type 2 or do we have to continue forward to type 3 and all?
Finished, let's discuss this. Type 2, question number 1. So you have to find the incorrect sentence. Read out the first one, Aglima.
Salvation was to come from the direction of Central Asia, with Russia shipping 400,000 barrels per day of crude through an overland pipeline to Daking in northern China.
Correct over here. All good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Second one, Paki. However, Paki,
Yes.
read the second one, please.
However, it is more than a year behind schedule and dodged by uncertainty.
It's correct. As a paragraph, it reads to 12 over here. Aditya, third one.
Suddenly, the hundreds of coral atolls have shifted over into focus, even though the documented evidence of oil and gas supplies is at best circumspect.
I think there is something missing over here. What do you think? Part C.
Ma'am, it shouldn't be shifted over into, rather shifted into focus.
One is that mistake. There's also one more thing which can be added. Even though the documented evidence of oil and gas supplies is at its best circumstance. Okay, so at its best.
No, ma'am, I think at best is also not incorrect.
Oh, ma'am, even suddenly, though hundreds could be used, suddenly hundreds of.
Suddenly hundreds of. Yes, Rahul, what he said. Suddenly hundreds of coral atolls have shifted into focus, even though the document of oil and gas supplies. Actually, you can avoid it's. Even if it is there, it's correct. If it's not there, it's absolutely okay. So you may go with that. Okay, and the fourth one, Satvika.
Diplomatic reports suggest that China may be poised for a decisive push into the region.
I think it's correct. So only C you find it some errors, but Aditya, Rahul, and Satvika, all of us pointed out. Yeah, all good with that. Question number 2. Paki, read out the first part.
Tokyo, concerned that gas fields on the side of the boundary might be exhausted, sent a survey team to the area in July.
Do you think so? There's something off in this? Yeah. Can you add something? What do you think is wrong?
it's not right.
Yeah. On its side of boundary. Side of boundary might be exhausted. Send the survey team to the area. Okay. How about the second one? Pahi. Read out, please, Pahi.
Japan's gas reserves are projected at 200 billion meters, a commercially viable level.
Correct? No issues. Atish, third. Question, please. Yeah.
Proposed in June that the gas will be jointly developed, but Tokyo has not responded. Potentially because the extent of the Chinese reserve is unknown, and out of concern that the issue might inflame tensions between China and Taiwan.
All sovereign sentence. Fourth, Sneha. Sneha. Rahul, fourth one.
Further to the east, PetroChina has been given the green light to begin drilling for gas near the Naxia archipelago, a strategic area contested by Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan, and the Philippines.
All the sorted. Huh? Okay, so
Yes.
we'll go part A, what you will point it out. Okay, with the error. Question number 3. Think of the merger and the acquisition game, and immediately a lot of American or European companies come to mind. Aditya, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
A lot number of is wrong, I guess.
Yes. You don't need that. A lot of American and European companies
A lot of American or European, we could say.
come to the mind. Okay. Okay, B1, Indian firms takes over more than 75 international companies last year. There's something wrong over here. What is wrong? Anyone?
Indian firms take over more.
Exactly. Okay,
I'm took over, right?
Took over.
Took over. Because we're talking in terms of the past. Okay. Among the most publicized deals, Tata Motors, part of Tata Group, India's Indian WhatsApp coded company, truck plant in that country. I think it's right.
What those are Korean company? What those are Korean company?
What's South Korean company?
It's this one article, right?
Because you are specifying which company, Korean company, South Korean. You wouldn't have guessed. You just written Korean. Reliance, belonging to India's largest privately held business houses, took over International, Flag International, and for this much, I guess it's right. Yeah. Adish, fourth one, quickly. My dear, fourth question, part A.
In fact, the global average service of Indian industrial houses are best represented by Aditya Birla Group, which was the presence in trading but had overseen the revenue of 1.8 billion.
Something is wrong. Boys and girls, question number 4, part A. Do you start it with in fact? Yes, paragraph.
Ma'am, is best illustrated by
Fact, like this, you want to start? In fact, global ambitions connect is best illustrated by Indian is best, yes, is best illustrated by India, which has its presence, which has its presence in 18 countries and overseas revenue.
Which has a presence in this also, right?
Yeah.
So what is wrong?
Is best.
Why is best?
It is
Indian industrial houses, they will right.
but we're using Aditya Birla Group now, and that's singular.
right, yes. That's too bad because you know, when we look at the SNS, We have to use the second part. The second one, the group employees, I think it's correct. Everyone is okay with that? Easy. And the manufacturing activities include this. That's correct. Pahi, any doubt? Aditya, what is incorrect in fourth part?
Meant, not means.
Yes, because you're talking about earlier. Very good, Aditya. Got it? Because you're talking about the past. So part A and D are the incorrect ones. Fifth one, let's go through quickly. It began with acquisitions in information technology and related service sectors, related services sector. I think it's right. It began, okay. And pharmaceuticals, you have brought this UK for this much billion. Makes sense. Tata Tea has taken over daily of the UK and the world's biggest tea bag maker for this much billion. With the processes, it has become the world's second largest tea company. With the processes, do you think so? It's fine? Yes, on the process. What Satvika is saying, either she's saying in the process or she's saying use the context from possible.
In the process, it has become.
In the process, yes. In the process, she's saying, so she's giving two options. What do you guys think? She's saying with the processes, it doesn't make sense. In the process, she's saying, due to the process, due to the process. No. Aditya, any opinion? Rahul?
Ma'am, D is wrong, right? The D part.
Yeah. Yes, part B, that's B only, is wrong.
Okay, so only these from there.
What you guys said, same thing. Okay, now let's quickly finish type 3. So we have type 3, type 4. What's that? If you guys are okay, we'll continue. Otherwise, we can take 2 minutes water break.
Ma'am, why is the option B incorrect?
Where is that? With the processes, it has become the world's second largest.
B.
B for Bombay or D for dog?
B. Bombay.
Bombay. No, it's not wrong.
So it is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably because after this teacher, and she made it from the end, right?
What is wrong with that? Really error with it. Pharmaceuticals so far in this pharmaceutical sector.
According to the modern solution, it's option B. So D is there is nothing wrong in B. Sorry.
I did one second, let me check.
No, I am saying there is nothing wrong. I checked the modern solution. It's D only.
So it's fine now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you want 2 minutes break or you guys are fine?
Can we use all of United Kingdom for the possibilities of the
But the depend on the sentence. The person is the then.
So I might use just of
CP Pharma of UK. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can use. You may use okay, then the you should really start with that the United.
in option C, it says what degree of
They're saying that degree from where of the UK. Okay,
CP from where?
here. Because you were saying water has bought CP Pharma of UK. So you're not buying from the UK or it is not. I think there's a very slight difference. this very side. That is you can see this. In farmer, it's your farmer. Work hard and go on, see the farmer, okay. For this, see the farmer, it's belong to UK. Okay. Taking over taking of UK. Taking over. Yeah, but what they are that they are saying this is the only one. The biggest. We want to grade 6 and 7, and then we have to specify something. This is the only one, and we use this because it's not present anywhere else. So it's attachment, this is only mentioned. They are sitting in they're sitting in screen. No? 4 hours, why? Hmm? Technical this, then afterwards, same IPM. Second maths.
Ma'am, did you have a chance to speak with Nandini, ma'am?
I'll talk to her today.
Okay, ma'am.
Finish my phone, lost her number. What's that? Guys, if you're done with the break, we start with type 3. I'm going to finish type 4 today. Type 3 and 4. That's our target. Rahul, Lagrima, Pali, please switch on your camera. Neha. Lagrima done. Pali, type 3, sorry. Type 3, just best way to write the underlined part, okay? Shall we discuss Aditya, Rahul, Lagrima, Pali? Okay, question number 1. Aditya,
Option D.
first is B.
Yes.
The matter was referred to the expert committee since the issue was removed from the one proposed earlier. I think that makes sense. Why cannot it be E? Yeah. Refer to the expert, refer to the committee.
Yeah, expert.
Yeah.
But if we leave out the expert, is the rest of the sentence correct?
Since the solution to the problem. Yeah. If you have an option of from, so you can compare it with from the one proposed. So that is used when it is a bigger sentence. Okay, from the one I'm using 2 things, you can always say from the one proposed. So that's a better way of talking. That's okay. 1B, I agree with there. Question number 2, Rahul. Completing the physical examination, the tonsils were found to be diseased.
Having completed the physical examinations, the tonsils. Option B for Bombay.
Examination. The tonsils were found to be complete. When the physical examination was completed, the tonsils were Strong.
I think that none of these options will do well. I think that,
Ma'am, I think it's option C. Because in the option B, there is a modifier, a dangling modifier.
So what is the problem with the modifier?
Like having completed the examination, the tonsils have not completed the examination, right?
should be he removed the tonsils or he extracted the tonsils.
Yes. What you are saying, Aditya and Satvika, you make sense. It's part C round. But if we didn't have an option of this, then we would have gone with part B. So when the physical,
The solution also says B actually.
oh, that's okay. Don't worry with the solutions. It's typing error also.
The answer is C, right? C.
Yeah. Smaller firms in any industrial sell either on a price or quality or workmanship basis. Which one do you think?
I thought he.
Ma'am, I think it's option C.
I can't find any difference between B and C.
Sell either sell on or sell on either. That's the difference.
Sell or C because of price.
Ma'am, it should be sell on either, like C, what Aditya said.
Economic conditions demand that we not only cut jobs and prices, but also reduce the rate of interest on PF deposits. What do you guys think? Type 3, question number 4.
Option A.
You cannot use B. You cannot use C.
Yes, ma'am, option A.
A. Okay. Question number 5. All rounders in any cricket team in theory make good sense in actuality. However, they're normally difficult to discover. They are normally difficult to discover, definitely not right.
Ma'am, A.
You think A.
Even C can be a possibility.
But then they say go for the shorter one, so.
Yes. I'll go with the Agrima's logic. Question number 5A. What any other one? Anyone else has another opinion? Question number 5. Type 4 we haven't done. Any doubts so far? Are you all comfortable? Phrases better than phrases and all those things. You have to learn all those things now. Phrases and all. Type 4 we are left, and then we are left to practice exercise this. I think we don't have theory part tomorrow because we already covered theory part today. That is, the 5 types and all these things. We'll be able to wind up this part. Okay, so we'll finish off till 1:43 tomorrow. That's completion nothing else. So,
Ma'am,
yes, please.
can you get some extra questions too for sentence correction?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll show you the textbook, Aditya. You show me the textbook. So, what I got this one is there. That is your Sarfaraz Yusuf. Okay, I don't know, Aditya, if you can see from here.
No, ma'am, it's not visible.
Okay, I'll just come. One second. Can you see from here?
Yes, ma'am.
So we got this textbook. However, let me see, more or less things are covered. Okay, because from the sources, but I'll figure it out. You don't worry about these things. Something we'll always figure it out. Okay, so I'm giving this to Satvika today. Okay, she needs to copy for RC and all these things. And you'll get the worksheets. I'll figure it out. I'll speak to Mr. Manish also. They must be having some more sources with them because it's all sources. Okay, for all the sessions, you'll get it. Okay, Aditya? And I've already messaged Nandini ma'am. I'm sure she'll get back to me once she's free. She must be occupied right now. Okay, so we'll figure it out, don't worry. Anything else you want? Anything you want me to explain? Because this is something big related to the source. Other than that, can I do something? All okay with everyone? Finally, Agrima Rahul. So what we'll do is tomorrow we will wind up this part, that is sentence completion. Okay, that's the next. This part also, that is what we are left with, and also the next session, that is again sentence completion. Okay, the second session. So that also will wind up, and tomorrow only we'll sort that, for each student, which phrase, which idioms are difficult for you people, and we'll divide it as per the days. That how many days you need to give for, to learn, because I think you should have grip on those things. Obviously, it will be on individual basis. Okay, because it cannot be same for everyone because you all are different. Okay, so we'll work it out tomorrow in the class. No homework as such, you can always revise, but no homework as such. Okay, you can focus on math, science, a lot to do. Okay? So you can focus on those things. English will cover up in the classes itself. Okay, anything else? All okay? Good to go? Thank you. See you tomorrow at 10. Okay,
Thank you,
bye-bye.
ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye. Rekha ma'am, I'm ending the meeting, okay?